Hey family, Chauncey fam here, Dallas Fort Worth Realtor, and I'm coming at you with another vlog, y'all. So today's subject is going to be teams. I would like to just chat with you guys about why I never joined a team, why I would never in a bajillion years join a team. But then there are some pros to teams. So just want to kind of chat through like the pros and cons of teams. So if you get into the real estate business, you kind of know your options and kind of understand like why you would or wouldn't join a team. But before we get going on all of that good jazz, need for you guys to like and subscribe right here. Subscribe, go on and hit the button, hit the little bell button too, so that I can bug the hell out of you in your emails and like, hey, got a new video, come look at me. So yeah, go on and do all that good jazz. Also follow me on social media, on Facebook at Chauncey the Realtor, and on Instagram at estate_chick_real. Okay, so let's chat. In this video may be a little bit bumpy because I'm driving. I'm headed to an appointment. I haven't had time to sit down and actually just shoot a vlog, so y'all are just gonna have to come along with me on my shenanigans in the car. So thought this was a really important topic, so I want to kind of tackle it. So let's tackle it. Let's chat a little bit about what teams are. First off, then let's talk about some of the pros and cons of teams, how they work, and then why I personally never wanted to be on a team, had no desire to, and why I don't think that they work for some people. So first off, a team in real estate. So if you guys don't know, you don't have your real estate license, you're thinking about getting your license, when you get it, you're gonna have to join a brokerage. So that's gonna be, you know, some of the big name brokerages that you know, Century 21, Keller Williams, all that stuff. You can go with independent small brokerages like me, Family Realty Group. But nonetheless, you gotta join a brokerage because they sponsor your license, they make sure your education is up to par, that you're within compliance of things. They pretty much assume all of the risk for you going out and doing all your shenanigans, make sure you're not screwing nothing up, right? So that's the brokerage. But within the brokerages, now there's something called teams where oftentimes high producing agents, sometimes not even such high producing agents, but just agents in general, will create a team where maybe their specialty is providing all of the leads, all of the marketing for you. And so you as an agent, when you first come in, it's going to be a whole lot of stuff that you don't know. And since the business is not ready-made, sometimes it will behoove you to join a team because a lot of the information that you don't know and a lot of the processes and systems that you don't know and don't have, they already have it put together. So you join this team and you just start getting your leads, you work them, you get paid, move on about your business. Sounds all fine and dandy, right? Sounds like this wonderful concept, and which is what a lot of people have kind of bought into. And it is, it's actually great for a lot of agents. Some agents only thrive in a team environment. But some of us do not. So that's kind of the point of this video. So just want to kind of explain how that works. So every team works differently. Of course, your team leader is typically going to require a decent commission split because most of the time they're providing you leads. Sometimes they're not providing you leads. Sometimes they provide you with marketing materials. Sometimes they don't. I mean, they literally all bring their own level of value, and hell, some of them bring absolutely no value at all. But the point that I'm getting at with working on a team is it kind of goes back to agents getting into the business and not really understanding that they are owning their own business. Like, you are legitimately owning your own business. And I think the concept of teams, because a lot of people get into real estate and they actually can sell, they're competent, they can put everything together, but they just don't know how to be entrepreneurs. The team has kind of taken our industry that has been historically for entrepreneurs. You know, you just had Susie, the realtor with the pearls. She went out, she got her business, she pounded pavement, she talked to people. But now it's kind of turned this entrepreneurial business into like a job. Because essentially, when you join a team, you've got to adhere to whatever rules that team leader comes up with. They want you to, you know, do so many activities a day, make so many phone calls, do so many cold calls, knock on so many doors. Whatever task they give you, you sign a contract with that team leader in addition to your brokerage, and you got to do that stuff. But for a lot of people, that provides the structure and the direction that they need. So again, it's almost taken our business and the entrepreneurship of the business and of the industry out of it, so that people can kind of come in and have that structured day like they're used to with corporate America. So that's kind of like what the teams are and how they work. So number one reason that you would join a team would be if you're not good at thriving on your own. If you're not very self-motivated, being on a team is probably an excellent choice for you, because you got somebody to kind of boss you around, tell you what to do, just like you did in corporate America. So that's one good thing about being on a team. Number two, if you like the camaraderie of you know, having a team, you don't really work well by yourself. You're not really just a self-starter, or you just like having, you know, the team atmosphere. That would be a really, really good reason to join a team. I've seen some teams that function like family. You know, it's pretty cool. You know, they'll go do your showings for you when you can't. They cover for you when you're out of town. So teams are really good for that type of thing. So I would say that those are two big benefits. And then number three would be lead generating. If you're not really good at generating your own leads, getting on a team kind of eliminates that whole process, and that need for you to do, which lead generation is pretty much the cornerstone of your business. So if you can't do it, you'd rather join a team, let them give you the leads, and your trade-off for them giving you those leads is to give them a cut of your commission. That works for you? Then hey, give it a go. So those are three cons, or I'm sorry. So those are three pros to actually joining a team. So again, that's going to be the camaraderie of having other people around, having the lead generation done for you, and then it, you know, can sometimes provide structure for you if the team has, you know, a set schedule and tasks that you've got to do. Now, cons. This is where I come in. So guys, I never joined a team. When I first got into real estate, I joined a flat rate brokerage. They're actually a really good brokerage. They're pretty organized and everything to be flat fee, but you were kind of on your own. You know, I was kind of on no man's island. I tried out informally the team situation and quickly figured out that it was not for me. And here's why. So number one, the team leader, which by the way, she was awesome. She's a freaking rock star. To this day, I still talk to her and she's like my mentor. But her biggest value at that point was to simply give me leads. She gave me leads from a very well-known source. You know, there's tons of them out there, Zillows and realtors and all of that. But the trade-off for her giving me those leads was to give half of my commission to her. And having the entrepreneurial mindset that I do have, that didn't make sense to me. If I've got the money to provide the same thing for myself that you're providing, why wouldn't I just pay for it up front on my own? I assume my own risk, but then on the back end, when that sale happens, I keep all of my money. So that's one big con to it, is if you got the money to do it yourself and to invest in yourself and run your business, like being on a team may not make sense. And I hear a lot of people that are on teams say, you know, oh, well, getting 50% of something is better than getting 100% of nothing. Or you could just get 100% of something, and just like you're working for the team leader, work for yourself and invest in yourself, and you assume that risk on the front end yourself. When you got a little bit more skin in the game, you're a little bit more apt to make that shit work for you.
It's time for a math break.
So let's run this little math. Let's calculate here. So let's say you're on a team. That team provides you with 2 leads a day. The average lead cost for a decent lead is about $30 for a lead. So 2 leads a day for 30 days in a month, that's about $1,800. So what, 2 leads a day, that's $60 a day times 30 days in a month, $1,800. Let's just say your team leader is spending $1,800 a month for you on leads. Highly doubtful, but whatever. Let's just dream. So let's just say that they are spending $1,800 a month. You get 60 leads out of that. Out of that 60 leads, you're converting at an average conversion of 3%. So that means you're going to close 2 sales out of that 60. And let's say those 2 sales are around the average sale price right now in Dallas-Fort Worth, which is $250,000. So you do 2 sales at $250,000. That's $500,000. If you get 3% commission on that $500,000, that's $15,000 for you. And if you are on a team where they're taking 50% of your commission or 40% of your commission, if you take 50% of that $15,000, that's $7,500 is going to go to the team that invested $1,800. Like, where do you get that type of return where you spend $1,800 and then you get $7,500 back just like that, right? And this is a continuous thing, because there are going to be some months where you do way more than that, especially in the hot months. And so they're making tons of money, all because you weren't creative enough to come up with your own way to get those 60 leads. You ain't got to spend $1,800 to get leads. You build relationships, you get leads through referrals, you spend a little bit on leads, but there are tons of ways to get, you know, that 60 leads a month, convert to make your good money without spending that. So to me, it just doesn't make sense, because if I close one lead for you that you spent $30 on, ultimately for that one $30 lead, if it's like I said, a sale that's going to yield me a $10,000 commission, you're gonna make $5,000 for spending 30 bucks.
Oh, hell no.
So that's just kind of how I looked at it, and from an entrepreneurial perspective and like a business owner perspective and just pure numbers, that doesn't make sense to me. Does that make sense to you guys?
That doesn't make sense.
That's one con for me, and one reason why I never officially joined a team is I couldn't wrap my head around paying somebody half of my money to do something that I could do myself. Number two was the entrepreneurial part of it. Kind of the same pro of being on a team was a con for me. So the whole rah rah rah, six boom ba teamwork type thing, like I don't really strive in those. I don't really thrive in those types of situations. Kind of like when you're in school and you have to do the group projects. Like I ain't never really play well with others and do the group projects well, because I like to kind of do my own thing. So I never really wanted someone else to provide structure for me. If I did, then I would have just kept my 9-to-5 job. So to me, that didn't really make sense. So that's another reason why I like never joined a team. I really want to kind of like preface everything that I'm saying with, I'm not bashing teams. I think teams work wonderfully for some people. They just do not make sense to me in my brain to join one. And it's almost like, and I would say something that really bugs me about teams right now is anytime that an agent is struggling and they reach out for help to people, typically the first thing that people say to them is join a team. And I really, really hate that has become our default answer for agents that are struggling. Kind of like in high school, how teachers just tell kids that the only way for them to be successful is to go to college. And that shit ain't for everybody. Everybody don't need to go and get a college degree. Hell, some other people that have them, it still ain't working out for them. And so I just don't like the one-size-fits-all direction that I feel like the industry is going, where they just want everyone to join a team. Because again, it just doesn't necessarily work for everyone. Does that make sense? Or am I just like rambling? All right, guys. So that about sums up everything that I've got to say about teams. It's been a long ass day. I've been recording this video like all day in between appointments and at appointments and at stop signs, and it's just a lot. So that's all I got to say about teams. You got pros, you got cons. Make sure that whenever you get in the business that you don't think that you absolutely have to join a team in order to be successful. There are lots of other ways to skin that cat. So make sure you explore all of your options and you don't get pigeonholed in something you don't necessarily want to do. And that's about it. So guys, make sure that you follow me on social media, on Facebook at Chauncey the Realtor, Instagram, estate_chick_real, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace, family.